Imagine the year's 1991 and we don't have social media. And this is all we can do to stay awake. Today, I feel like sitting on the floor, and I don't see anything wrong with that. Hi, welcome to If the Lyd Fits, a place where we talk about creativity. Today's form of creativity is going to be discussing books I bought on secondsale.com. As I have established, we are sitting on the floor together today, and I have tea. Let me show you. This is my mug. It says, "Make today beautiful," and the mug matches my coaster. Life is good when your mug matches your coaster, matches your blanket. Wow, life is so good. Grab some tea, let's talk about books. So secondsale.com is a website where you can buy books for really cheap, so that's why I'm saying that it's okay to do a haul, because I'll show you. I spent that's gross. I spent $34.67 on, I believe, 7 books. This is lemon tea. What kind of tea are you drinking? Comment down below. Okay. I have my books here. I covered up my address with stickers, but I was very intentional and I'd like to show you my stickers where my address once was. It says resist. That means resist the urge to not read anymore. This says rise up. Rise up and go grab a book. I put T here that just says chill. She, because I use she, her pronouns. This says the book was better. This also says the book was better. I have T again that says chill. Do you get the theme? We're chilling right now. And then this says books do matter. Okay, so just wanted to show you that I covered my address. Books that I think will help me become a better writer. Let's go. Harry Styles? Second Sale thinks I'm a man? I don't know why I associate shaving with being a man. Okay, I'm so excited to show you my books. The first book, I'm so excited. Okay, so the first book I got is Little Weirds by Jenny Slate, which I've actually read this book before, but I reordered it on Second Sale because there was a steal. Let me show you the steal. I got 2 copies. Why, you ask? Okay, so one copy is usually $15. I live in Portland, so I've been to Powell's bookstore a couple of times. This, $15, if not 20, because it's a hardback. I got 2 copies of Little Weirds by Jenny Slate on Second Sale for $15. So what one book normally costs at the bookstore, I got 2. Why'd I get 2? I want to give this to one of my friends because I love this book so much and I want everyone to read it. And I have read this book before and my friend is borrowing it. And that's no shade at all to this friend that has this book. I want you to read it. Take your time reading it. I have another copy. That copy's yours now. I don't care. I love this book so much and I just really want everyone to read it. If it takes you years to read it, so be it. But please, at some point in your life, read this book. This is what inspired the book haul because I've been waiting for this book to come on Second Sale. It's not always, but I just kept looking, and then one day there were 2 copies left for $7.99. Or let me see. For $7.47 per book. That sale was offered on Second Sale, and I was like, I'm buying books today. So I'm so happy that I got 2 copies for what is usually the price of one of the books. This was the first book I read in the year 2021, and I've never stopped reading since. This was the first book I completed in a very long time. This book just made me fall in love with reading and writing again. I love the way Jenny Slate writes. When I read this, I'm like, oh, I want to write something similar to that. And I'm not saying I'm going to publish a book exactly like this and like copy her, but I really think that it's cool to gain inspiration from these kinds of things. Wherever you can get inspiration from, just take it. Just take it. In this world, just take the inspiration, okay? So when I read this book, I just want to write. It just makes me want to write and like keep reading. Hey, I didn't make these stains. You saw me pull it out of the package. This is used. And you know what? I like the stains. I like the stains on the books. It has a story. But yeah, this book, I let my friend borrow it, and I just hadn't had it in my possession in a while, and I missed it. So I'm so happy that I was able to order two. One that I can give to my friend. She'll get the one without the stains. One that I can give to my friend, and one that I can keep for myself to read when I need inspiration. I'm so happy. I love this book so much. Jenny Slate, if you watch this, I love you, and thank you for being you. And people say that I remind them of Marcel the Shell, and I'm like, wow, thank you. That's one of the best compliments anyone could ever give me. Okay. Second sale not only had these two books for a great price, but it was like, if you get 4 books that are less than $5, we'll give you one for free. Something like that. So that's why I kept adding a couple books so I'd get a free book. Might as well, right? Here we go. Where are my Spanish speakers at? ¿Dónde estás mis personas que hablan en español? I don't know if I said that right. I want to learn Spanish. I'm Costa Rican, and my dad's first language that he ever spoke was Spanish. And then he learned English. So it's like in my blood and in my family to learn Spanish. Feel free to correct my Spanish. But something that's going to help me learn Spanish is I got this book by Pablo Neruda. My camera's being a wackadoo. Anyway, Pablo Neruda is a poet. I love poets. I love poetry. I love reading. I love writing. Everything is awesome. So there's poetries in here. Check this out. En español y en inglés. So I can read the poem in Spanish and then be like, wait, what? And then that. Or I could read it in English and be like, oh, that's how you say that in Spanish. So this is going to help me become a poetic Spanish speaker. It's going to help me with my writing because I'm reading poetry. It's going to help me with so much. Spanish and English. Diversity and learning and art. I just love reading so much. I love it so much. It makes you so smart and cool. My camera's being wacky. I'm sorry. Okay, like I said, I'm going to become a poetic Spanish speaker because, you know, the way you read, like what you read, I feel like influences the way you speak. So I'm going to be speaking Spanish fluently before you know it, and everyone that speaks and understands Spanish is going to be like, wow, she speaks Spanish, but the way she speaks Spanish is so poetic. So no big deal. Did I tell you that I got that book for $6.58? So something I got, I kind of forgot that I ordered this, but I'm happy I did. This is I Might Regret This by Abby Jacobson. You know, if a Jewish woman wrote it, I'm gonna read it. I didn't even know she had a book, but I do love Abby Jacobson, love Broad City, of course. But this is about her going on a road trip by herself, and I think that's so cute. And there's drawings in there, and she talks about music a lot in here. From what I gathered about this book, she talks about music and like music she listened to on her road trip. I think this will be a good read for me and will help me. I don't know, it's about a girl traveling the United States by herself. I think that's so cool, and I would love to read what that was like. And I think that will inspire me to write too, or just to be. I'm pretty confident in traveling on my own. I went to New York, I'm sure you've heard, by myself. And yeah, so I'm really into that. So I'm looking forward to that. That book cost me $3.88. All right. Okay, speaking of saving money, the next book I got, You Are a Bad Beep at Making Money. I don't want YouTube to demonetize me. I'm not monetized. Not yet, but I will be because I'm going to read this book. I read You Are a Bad Beep the yellow book. I talked about that book in my last book video. Changed my life. So let's see how I can make some money. I'm so into like law of attraction and abundant mindsets. Keep it coming. Keep the money coming. So I'm excited to read this to learn how to manifest some money. Which, you're like, what does that have to do with writing? I'm going to sell some writing. And I'm going to make my living off of that. There you go. I believe it's possible. I'm saying it. I make my money off of writing. I make my money off of writing my thoughts down, and people read that, and I make money off of that. And my living. I can live off of that money. There, I said it. It's in the universe. Thank you, universe, for helping me follow my dreams. So I think this book will help me with my abundant mindset, will help me to type out some words, publish it, and get paid. Okay, I got that book for, how much did I spend on that? $4.39. Okay, great. Okay, we're almost done. You're not in a rush, are you? What's the rush? Slow down, live a little. We're talking books here. You know, as someone who reads books, that things just take time. You don't always like the first couple of lines, but you gotta push through. It's kind of like exercising too. Reading is exercising your mind 100%. But sometimes the workout's not good and you're like, I hate this, I don't want to do this, but you gotta keep going. You don't have to, but you know, when you do keep going, you're like, oh, I'm good. I'm here. Reading. Okay, anyway, I got Lady Sings the Blues by Billie Holiday. Autobiography by Billie Holiday. Because I like reading about musicians, and yeah, I love jazz. Cue the jazz. I love jazz, so I think this will be great. I think she did a lot of drugs, and that's all in here. Yep, her harrowing struggle with heroin addiction. Yeah, I just feel like reading about the jazz life in New York. Ooh, tell me all about it. The last book, this one's a little weird. Oh, I didn't tell you how much this was. Okay, Lady Sings the Blues was $4.88. Okay, great. This last book is kind of like the Lady Sings the Blues Billie Holiday book, but also not at all. And I'm kind of scared. I'm scared to read this book. And I read the reviews and they were not good. Everyone was like, this book is bad. And I still decided to purchase it. Okay. I got Scar Tissue by Anthony Kiedis, an autobiography. Autobiography. I'm going to assume that he did write it. I think they also talk about heroin in this book. They definitely do. And yeah, the reviews were like, this is bad, Anthony Kiedis, bad, narcissist, woman abuser. But for some reason, I'm interested in reading this. I don't have to finish it if I don't like it. But again, a songwriter. If you wrote the line, space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement, I'm a little curious about what else is going on in your brain, because that is a good line. That's like one of my favorite lines in music world. I'm not saying Red Hot Chili Peppers is my favorite band. They're not. But I'm just curious about like reading about the rock and roll lifestyle. And I'm just curious. Reading is looking into people's brains. And it's like, if you gave me Anthony Kiedis' brain, I want to peek. I want to see what's going on. Okay, those are my books to help me with writing music, understanding the rock and roll world. Some of you might be like, why do I feel like there's someone who's like really mad about the rock? I've lived a rock and roll life in my own way. So don't think that I'm this girl that's just like, oh, rock and roll. I've seen some things, okay? You don't know me? I've seen some things. Why am I mad? I'm not just like, oh, rock and roll, drugs, cool, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay? Just know that about me. There's boobs. Good thing I didn't show you this. There's a girl and she's naked. Gotta go. Cool. Got HelloFresh meals, get a vegan kit, and maybe I'll use your service. Wine voucher? You think I'm an alcoholic? Well, now you know that second sale gives you some discount. I got HelloFresh here, got the wine voucher, and Harry Styles Shaving Company. So, if you want some deals, second sale is the place to go. Thank you for watching. Tell me what book you're reading in the comments below, or tell me what book looked the most interesting to you that I showed you that you'd like to read. Don't buy from Amazon. I know I've preached that message in the past before. Don't do it. There's other websites. Support your local bookstores, of course, but a deal's a deal online, okay? Did you ever make tea? See you on the other side.